5 traits men quietly crave in a woman more than sex. When we talk about relationships, it's easy to think that men are driven mainly by physical attraction. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what if there's more beneath the surface? What if men actually crave something deeper, something far beyond the physical? Something that builds a lasting emotional connection, creating a bond that stands the test of time? Men often get portrayed as being primarily interested in sex or external validation, but this can't be the whole story. What if the real secret to an incredible relationship lies in understanding the emotional needs men silently long for? What if, beneath the surface, they're craving emotional traits in a woman that resonate with their deepest desires for trust, connection, and vulnerability? In today's video, I'm going to reveal the 5 emotional traits that men secretly crave in a woman, traits that go far beyond the physical. These are the qualities that truly forge lasting, fulfilling connections. Whether you're in a relationship now or preparing for one, you're about to discover insights that could reshape your understanding of love and intimacy. So, are you ready to explore what men really want? Let's dive into these unspoken desires and uncover how they can elevate your relationship to a whole new level. 1. An open heart. Have you ever wondered why men seem so drawn to a woman with an open heart? It's not just about being emotionally expressive or sharing every feeling as it arises. It's about something deeper, creating a space where trust, vulnerability, and warmth can blossom. Men are often taught to keep their emotions in check and focus on being strong. But in truth, what they long for most is to experience a partner who is emotionally available and who isn't afraid to be vulnerable in response to their care. Think about it. Imagine a man who's had a long, stressful day and comes home to a woman who listens to him, who validates his feelings, and who offers warmth without judgment. This isn't about fixing problems or offering advice. It's simply about being there in a way that makes him feel seen, heard, and valued for who he truly is. This kind of emotional connection is rare, and it's incredibly powerful. Men, just like women, crave the safety of knowing that they can drop their guard and be themselves. When a woman opens her heart, it doesn't just draw a man closer, it allows both partners to connect on a deeper level. This kind of emotional intimacy creates a bond that isn't based on external factors like appearance or accomplishments. It's rooted in authenticity and mutual understanding. Have you noticed how men begin to invest more deeply in relationships when they feel safe to open up emotionally? A heart that's open, warm, and vulnerable invites him to show his true self without fear. When you allow yourself to be emotionally present, you create a relationship foundation that goes beyond the superficial. It's these deeper connections that truly stand the test of time. 2. Earned vulnerability. What if I told you that men respect vulnerability, but only when it's earned? Vulnerability is one of the most powerful aspects of a relationship, but it's not something that can be rushed or forced. For many men, expressing their true feelings doesn't come easily because society often conditions them to bottle up their emotions. But what happens when a woman gives them the space to open up, at their own pace, and when they feel emotionally safe? Think about it. You wouldn't want to expose your innermost self to someone you don't trust, right? It's the same for men. They want to share their vulnerability with someone who has proven they can be trusted with it. They need to see that you're emotionally invested, that you're not only there in the good times but also in the moments of uncertainty, fear, and weakness. When a man shares something deeply personal, it's a sign that he's invested emotionally in the relationship. And when you reciprocate that level of vulnerability, when you share your own fears, dreams, and struggles, it creates a powerful bond. This vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Instead, it's a sign of emotional strength and trust. It's about showing your true self, unmasked and unguarded, and knowing that your partner will honor that openness with respect and care. Have you ever thought about how much trust and courage it takes for a man to let his guard down? And do you notice how much deeper the connection becomes when both partners share their vulnerabilities? That's the power of earned vulnerability. It transforms a relationship from superficial to deeply meaningful. The more you share with each other, the stronger your bond becomes. And the best part? This mutual vulnerability creates an emotional intimacy that no amount of physical attraction can replace. 3. The opportunity to serve. It may surprise you to hear this, but one of the deepest emotional needs men have in relationships is the opportunity to serve. It's not about dominance or submission. It's about a primal need to feel useful and to contribute in meaningful ways to the relationship. Men love to feel like they're making a difference, and one of the best ways to show him that you value him is by giving him the chance to support and care for you. This doesn't mean you have to be helpless or dependent. It simply means that allowing him to take part in the day-to-day care of the relationship gives him a sense of fulfillment and emotional connection. When he offers to help with something, a task, a challenge, or just lending a listening ear, what he's really offering is his love. And when you accept that help, even if it's just for something small, you validate his desire to contribute to your happiness. Have you ever stopped to think about how much a small act of service can mean to a man? For example, imagine he notices you're having a tough time with something and offers to pitch in. When you accept that help, it's a way of showing him that you trust him, that you see his efforts and appreciate his role in the partnership. This doesn't diminish your independence, it enhances the partnership by fostering a sense of teamwork and shared responsibility. In turn, these acts of service deepen his emotional investment in the relationship. Men don't just want to feel needed, they want to feel like their presence in your life makes a difference, and by allowing him to serve, you strengthen that emotional bond, creating a deeper and more enduring connection. 4. A safe space for emotional exploration. Do you ever think about how much pressure society puts on men to be emotionally strong at all times? Phrases like man up or don't cry can lead men to suppress their feelings, even in relationships. But deep down, every man yearns for a safe space where he can express his true emotions without fear of judgment or ridicule. This is one of the most important emotional needs men have, but it's something many women overlook. Creating this space for emotional exploration doesn't mean forcing him to open up, or expecting him to share his deepest thoughts at once. It's about patience and understanding. When you listen with an open heart, when you don't interrupt or try to fix the situation, you create an environment where he feels safe enough to share his true feelings. Have you ever wondered how much emotional baggage men carry that they rarely get the chance to release? Maybe it's fear, anxiety, or even past traumas. Imagine being the one person in his life where he feels it's safe to let go of those heavy emotions. The trust you build by creating this safe space is invaluable. It fosters emotional intimacy, making him feel deeply connected to you, and the more he shares, the stronger the bond becomes. In relationships, emotional expression isn't a one-way street. It's about both partners creating a safe space for each other to share their fears, hopes, and dreams. When men feel emotionally supported, it strengthens the relationship, and the emotional connection becomes stronger than ever. 5. Playfulness and lightness. How often do we hear about the importance of emotional depth in relationships, yet overlook the value of playfulness and lightness? While deep emotional connection is essential, it's the moments of fun, laughter, and spontaneity that truly fuel a lasting relationship. Men, like women, appreciate a partner who can embrace the light-hearted side of life, someone who knows how to make them laugh and enjoy the little things. Imagine how much more enjoyable your relationship would be if, amidst life's stresses and challenges, you could take a step back and laugh together. A playful partner who isn't afraid to act silly, share inside jokes, or embrace spontaneity brings a fresh energy to the relationship. These moments of joy remind both partners that life isn't just about responsibilities, it's about enjoying each other's company, having fun, and building positive memories. Have you ever noticed how much men value those simple, joyful moments? Whether it's dancing around the house, playing games, or just sharing a silly moment, playfulness adds a unique layer to emotional connection. It keeps the relationship from becoming monotonous, infusing it with excitement and fun. Playfulness is a powerful tool for maintaining attraction and connection in a long-term relationship. It helps both partners remember why they fell in love in the first place, and it strengthens the bond by reminding them that joy is just as important as emotional depth. When was the last time you shared a carefree moment with your partner? Those moments of lightness create the foundation for lasting love. Bonus need, validation for who he is. Finally, here's one of the most essential things men need but rarely express: validation for who they are, not just for what they do. Have you ever stopped to think about how much men are defined by their accomplishments, careers, or the roles they play? Society often values men for their successes, but beneath that exterior, they crave validation for their intrinsic qualities, their kindness, their integrity, and the way they treat the people in their lives. When was the last time you truly acknowledged these aspects of your partner? Validation isn't about showering him with superficial compliments. It's about recognizing his emotional contributions, the way he cares, the small things he does to show love. For instance, instead of saying, "You're great at your job," you might say, "I admire how dedicated you are to supporting others." It shows your heart and character. That shift in focus, the focus on who he is rather than just what he does, can deepen your connection and make him feel appreciated for the person he is. Men may not always express their need for validation, but it's there. Have you made an effort to recognize and appreciate the deeper qualities that make him unique? Doing so will strengthen your bond and create a connection that's meaningful and enduring.